আমাদের টপিকস হচ্ছে অপথ্যালমিয়া নিউনেটারাম। ইট ইজ ওয়ান্স আপন এ টাইম it is one of the most common conjunctivitis in neonates, but nowadays it is not so common, but you may get it because of most of the delivery done by cesarean section, so that the case of ophthalmia neonatal also decline, but it is replaced by the congenital nasolacrimal duct obstruction. Now, ophthalmia neonatal definition: it is a severe form of acute inflammation of the conjunctiva occurring in an infant during the first month of life, that is the neonatal life. It is also called neonatal conjunctivitis. Pathogenesis: it usually develops within 2 weeks of birth as a result of infection transmitted from the mother to the infant during delivery. It is a serious condition because of the lack of immunity in the infant and immunity of the ocular surface, as there is no lymphoid tissue and relatively poor tear film, so that there is more chance of infection in neonatal life. Etiology and causes: the source and mode of infection. Before birth, infection is very rare, but it may happen through the infected Laeker amni in mothers with ruptured membrane. During birth is the most common mode of infection from the infected birth canal, especially when the child is born with face presentation or with forceps delivery. After birth, infection may also occur during first birth of newborn or from soiled cloths or from fingers of infected thigh. Causative agents like chemicals agent such as antibiotics, silver nitrate solution, povidone iodine, which are used for prophylaxis, manifest within hours. If there is conjunctivitis with the chemical agent, it will manifest within hours of the delivery. Another cause is Neisseria gonorrhoeae, is rare nowadays, but it is more serious condition, manifest within 1 to 3 days of birth. Then Chlamydia trachomatis, it is the most common cause of ophthalmia neonatal, serotype D2K, manifest within 5 to 10 days after birth. Other pathogens like Staphylococcus aureus, Streptococcus hemolyticus, Streptococcus pneumoniae, Haemophilus influenzae, Escherichia coli, Klebsiella, Herpes simplex 2, and manifest within 4 to 5 days of birth. How you will diagnose a case of ophthalmia neonatal? It is usually present between 3 and 19 days after birth. Signs কি পাবো? Usually it is bilateral. There is edema of the eyelid. There is conjunctival discharge. There will be purulent discharge in gonococcal infection. In there may be mucopurulent discharge in other bacterial infection. You get the conjunctival congestion as well as chemosis. A papillary conjunctival reaction may be present, which may be associated with pseudomembrane. Corneal involvement may be present or not, may present with gonococcal infection and may cause corneal ulceration and perforation. Chlamydia trachomatis, if untreated, can cause conjunctival scarring and peripheral corneal pannus. Peripheral corneal pannus, there is the superficial vascularization of the cornea, is called pannus. Lymphadenopathy may be prominent in severe cases of suppuration. If there is suppuration, you get the lymphadenopathy. Is with a fixer. It is a case of ophthalmia neonatal with mucopurulent discharge due to chlamydial infection. You see, there is lid edema and mucopurulent discharge. You see this left side, the fixer on the left side, you see there is mucopurulent discharge with conjunctival congestion, and the fixer on the right side, there is purulent discharge in gonococcal infection. Uh, Another case, you see there is pseudomembrane. This is the pseudomembrane over the palpebral conjunctiva. There is, there is two types of membrane: true membrane and pseudomembrane. If you feel the membrane, it will be separated easily in case of pseudomembrane, and there will be no bleeding. But in case of true membrane, it will tear and there will be bleeding, and it is tough to separate. You see, it is a case of ophthalmic pneumotorarum due to gonococcal infection, and there is corneal ulceration. This is another case. You see, there is perforation. You see, this is the site of perforation, corneal perforation, which is sealed by uveal tissue, and there is involvement of the inner structures, that is also the vitreous and the middle vascular cord. As a result, there is endophthalmitis due to gonococcal infection. Now, investigation. You can do gram stain of the exudate for diphthococci like gonorrhea, and Giemsa stain for inclusion bodies like chlamydia. And you can do culture on chocolate agar media or Thayer-Martin plates for Neisseria gonorrhoeae. You can do immunofluorescence test for chlamydia, PCR for chlamydia and Neisseria DNA. Treatment. Urgent treatment is indicated. Curative, if it is due to chemical agent, that is the chemical ophthalmia pneumotorarum, it is self-limiting condition and does not require any treatment, and you can send the exudate for staining and culture. For chlamydial infection, we usually give 10% sulfacetamide drop 4 times daily for 2 weeks, 1% tetracycline eye ointment 2 times daily for 2 weeks, and you can give systemic erythromycin, citalsuccinate 50 mg per kg body weight 6 hourly for 2 weeks. If associated with pneumonitis, continue for 3 weeks. For gonococcal ophthalmic pneumotorarum needs from treatment, you should give the saline lavage hourly till the discharge is eliminated. That is, to decrease the load of organism, you can give the saline lavage. That is the wash out of the discharge with the saline. Then bacitracin eye ointment 4 times daily you can prescribe, or you can give freshly prepared penicillin drops 10,000 units per ml every minutes for half an hour, and then every 5 minutes for next half an hour, and then hourly till the infection is controlled. Nowadays we did not use this preparation because now broad spectrum antibiotics drops are available which are active in gonococcal infection, like the ciprofloxacin or newfloxacin or moxifloxacin or gedifloxacin. You may prescribe in these cases. Sometimes you may require systemic benzyl penicillin 50,000 international unit per kg body weight. You could give BD for 7 days, or cefotaxime 100 to 150 mg per kg per day, or ceftriaxone ceftriaxone 75 to 100 mg per kg per day, IV or IM 12 hourly to be given. In case of other bacterial infection, are treated with chloramphenicol or diomycin eye ointment 4 times daily. Systemic antibiotics may be considered in severe cases. For herpes simplex infection, you can give systemic acyclovir for 14 days and topical acyclovir 5 times daily. Prophylactic treatment. For ophthalmic neonatal, you can give proper antenatal care of the mother, and any vaginal discharge should be treated meticulously. During antenatal checkup, if you get any patient with vaginal discharge, you should give treatment. Asepsis and care are to be maintained to protect the eyes during delivery. Povidone iodine 2.5% is an effective agent against all of the common pathogens that cause ophthalmia neonatal. It appears that a single application at birth it is sufficient to kill all the organisms like bacteria, fungus, and the viruses. We also use povidone iodine 5% uh, for pre-operatively or for operative um, to kill all the organism uh, by putting in the conjunctival sac before any uh, intraocular surgery. Usually, povidone iodine you can get it in the market in 10% preparation. You make it 5% and 2.5%. Say from you, you take 1 ml from 10% solution, add another 1 ml distilled water, it will becomes 5%. Then from it you can take another 1 ml and add 1 ml distilled water, then it will give 2.5% solution. Alternatively, sulfacetamide 10% or primacetine or new fluoxetine eye drop you may put 4 times daily for 7 to 10 days, and tetracycline ointment twice daily for a few days is advised following birth. Uh, this is about the ophthalmic neonatal.